You wait for me to get in the most ugliest positions.
Grab your seat, light it up, let's unwind. Kevin and Kerr bringing topics of all kinds, from cigars to sports, family and more. Everyday stories you'll want to explore. So take a puff or ponder away. Join the talk, it's the highlight of your day. Puff and ponder where the sparks ignite. Conversations blazing day or night. Tune in now, let the stories take flight. It's the Puff and Ponder podcast, where we get it right. From fast cars to last night's game, family laughs or today's big name. We've got the topics, we've got the vibe. Stay tuned in and enjoy the ride. So lean back, relax, take a break. Kevin and Kerr got the chat you'll appreciate. Puff and Ponder, the show that's great, where conversations ignite. Don't hesitate. So lean back, relax, take a break. Kevin and Kerr got the chat you'll appreciate. Puff and Ponder, the show that's great, where conversations ignite. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Puff and Ponder podcast, where conversations ignite. I'm your host, Kevin Shahan, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Kerr Viajante. Kerr, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Thank you for capturing that moment up front where I was asking Jen why she always decides to take pictures of me when I'm not. Well, look at us always. Listen, this is a face for radio. I get it. I understand 110%. So I'm under no illusions of being a handsome person. However, fucking help out a little bit.
Yeah, it's all about the angle. I got to share my screen here for a second here. Where is they changed everything around here. Share screen. We picked a winner last week for my giveaway online, and he never got back to me.
You said you knew him, all right?
I know him. We've interacted before, and he didn't get back to me. So I have a rule. I only reach out to you once on these Instagram contests. If you don't get back to me, it is what it is. Not my problem. And we are going to pick another winner. So this week's winner, Cigar Joe 70. I wonder if that's my buddy Joe. So Cigar Joe 70. So I'll have to find out. Cigar Joe. I wonder if that's my cop buddy that I have dinner with every now and then. As you can see, that was legitimate. There's no fooling around there.
Yeah.
Make sure you're following Cigar Prop on Instagram. We always got great giveaways. Head over to the Cigar Prop blog. We got like tons of stuff on our blog this week. We got great deals from Smoke Inn. We got great press releases, giveaways. So super cool. Kerr, what are you smoking tonight?
I'm smoking something a little bit different, Bubba.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I'm smoking the Colonel E.H. Taylor.
Oh yeah. Who makes the EH for them?
Jennifer and I were talking about that tonight. It's made at Tabacalera La Isla.
Okay. Trying to think of who else comes out of
Dapper.
Dapper. That's who it.
Dapper and Matilda.
Matilda. All right. I am enjoying. Before the show, I was reading Half Wheel. Patrick over at Half Wheel did a review, a redux on the Warfighter. It was the night shift. The first time around, it got a 91. on the Redux 1 year later, Patrick actually gave it a 94.
Wow, really?
So yeah, so great. So I didn't have the night shift, so I'm just smoking another cigar from the guys over at Warfighter. John, incredible guy, makes great stuff. I messaged him earlier, congratulated him on the review. He said he's doing some training. He hasn't had a chance to read it yet, but people are saying, or he's saying, the retailer said they are flying off the shelves. So
oh, really?
Congratulations. Congratulations. What's going on, Rizzo 82? What's going on, Tracy? A PDM shade. Never go wrong with a PDM. What's going on, Henry? Actually, I think I'm going to be in. I think I'm going to go up to Corona, Tampa tomorrow night. They're debuting the new JC Newman Tampa. They have a big event up there with all the Newman guys.
Huh.
And Jeff and Tanya Borshowitz of a Corona Cigar Tampa, and the new JC Newman Tampa, which has got some of the Florida sun-grown tobacco in it.
Nice. So you know how it goes.
Yeah, it should be a good. It's on a Tuesday, so it shouldn't be too bad. Sometimes, it usually takes me about an hour to get it up there, but there's times that it's taken me 2 hours to get up there, and there is nothing shittier than that.
That's
yeah,
bad.
I know. Yeah. So we were talking prior to the show about mowing the lawn. There's something that you hate, and then at a certain point in your life, you get to be enjoying mowing the lawn. I always think you're not smoking anything by JC Newman, and I love Jess let the PDM Corojo. That's her favorite. I love the whole PDM lineup. I haven't gotten to that point yet. That's why I pay a guy to mow the lawn, because I don't have time. Do not have time to mow the lawn. Plus, I look at it. It takes him, probably an hour to do the lawn. Not a huge lawn, but with the weed eating and the edging and then the blowing, for $35. And I'm like, well, for an hour and a half, like,
you're blowing for $35?
No, it's all that. So it's yeah. But I'm like, I can't do that for $35. like it's just, and then you got gas, you got maintenance on your mower, a sharpening of the blade, a replacing of the blade. I can't do that for $35. It's not worth my time for that.
Dude, you're mowing your own lawn. You're not starting a lawn service.
Yeah, but if you factor in an hour and a half time, and then, well, it's more than that. So it's an hour to mow the lawn. You got to kind of psych yourself up for a little bit, maybe 15 minutes, and then you got to shower afterwards. So after all said and done, that lawn experience is probably going to take you 2 hours, to do my lawn with everything.
All right. So now you're talking about, and then you got to sit there, you got to change the oil every time.
You got to change the oil at least twice a season, at the end of the season and before the season. And then you got to sharpen your blade several times. You got string for the weed eater. You got gas for both. And then it's not, for $35. I mean, like I'm robbing him. Like it's literally, he's paying me. He's paying me every time he mows my grass and not making me do it. So
you got to cut your lawn year round, right?
We usually get a good, sometimes we get 2 months. Sometimes it'll be a month, in the wintertime where he doesn't have to do it. Sometimes it's, 2 months, but, in a 2 month span, he may mow once and then he may come and just weed eat once. Sometimes it gets a little taller around the flower beds or whatever. So he'll, just come and weed eat and then, or edge. So, but yeah, so sometimes we get 2 months without having to really spend any money. So
I like,
a lot of people do. A lot of people your age love doing it. Yeah, but you said you love doing the lawn too, but you're just talking like you said you got the kids to do it. So, but
well, it was, hold on. I like doing the lawn, and what do you mean my age? I did lawn service for a summer. And I worked and did all that landscaping shit, but I also if I don't have the time, but I want to get it cut, because like I said, we've been going through a stint here. We've had a lot of rain, So the grass has been very, very long, and it has been growing. So
Yeah.
it needed to get done, and I just was like, "All right, why?" Also, it's a good teaching lesson. You know, I use it as a teaching lesson. But overall, I like going out. I weed whack. And after I'm done weed whacking, I'll mow the lawn. Then I do the whole blower, um, everything. It's. I know
Pavement. Yep.
I know that during this period of time, Jennifer wants the lawn cut. So I know during this period of time, I'm not going to be interrupted. I'm not going to be, this is my time because I'm doing something productive and I'm doing something to help the house. And I enjoy it.
I don't know how much an acre of yard is. And then I enjoy it's the edging that kills me. So my lot is about 12,000 square feet of my lot that my house is on. So I mean, we have about 2,000 square feet of
You have a decent yard.
lawn.
I've been there. You
Yeah.
have a decent
Oh
sized
yeah,
yard.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
flat
yeah.
as fuck though. It's easy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, we have no. I don't have ditches because all of our
I'm
piping is
saying yours is easy, please. You just
sewers
gotta freaking
underground.
honestly just freaking pop into music. You have a
Yeah.
self-propelled laummower. It fucking practically
Yeah.
mows itself.
Yeah, it does mow itself, Chris, my neighbor across the street. But yeah, I remember as a kid, like I said, we were talking before the show. Like I said, I used to do it first thing in the morning or at night. And that's how my lawn business started. I had a neighbor, I'm like, hey, like it'd be in the morning or something. Hey, can you, I don't have time. Can you do mine? And then the neighbor across the street, hey, can you do mine?
Yeah.
And that's how Chris, he's got a full-time job. And that's how he gets a lot of his work. That's how I found him. He lives a couple houses down, and it was back when my knee injury really took me out. And then so I had him doing a lot of stuff, pressure washing, and I saw him pressure washing one day, and I'm like, hey, can you pressure wash mine and the driveway and the sidewalks? And and I'm like, how much? He's like, I don't know, like $100. And I'm like, yeah, you're damn right. Last time I pressure washed everything took me like, it was like 2 hours. Yeah, I banged it out once though, really quick. It was like 59 minutes because my neighbor said I couldn't do it in an hour, and I hustled, and I almost died afterwards.
Now the worst is like, in order to do a driveway, you got to have like those real big scrubbers.
Yeah, he's got a like a round disc or something that he doesn't have like he doesn't have like the big professional ones, the ones that are like 3 feet wide. He's got like the little Home Depot one, but it's still better than just a single.
And trying to get the lines all lined up. No. Crazy. Those freaking big, like, they always remind me of the high school when they would buff the floors, right? Same thing, right? But they actually wash the floor. That's great. I would do like my driveway and shit with one of those. I've done the walkway with the spray.
Yeah.
And it's like after I'm done, I'm like, fuck, no way. Never again. This thing's gonna get freaking dirty. I don't care. That suck.
Yeah. So it takes a half an hour. 43,000 square foot. You must have a good like a big mower. He's got 37,000 square. That's big. Messed up and bought an electric mower, so it's easy because it's light as a feather. I don't have an excuse not to do it. So the electric mowers, especially like the they have the push electrics. And then they have like the big ride-ons that are electric now, So yeah, he said he's got a 56 volt battery mower. So
jeez,
those are all the rage. The battery ones. So no gas, no oil changes, none of that crap.
Yeah,
so
you have freaking 8-year-olds digging for the lithium for the batteries. That's all you really have to concern yourself with.
Now, I mean, obviously, like you said, my lawn is completely flat. I could probably get one of those robot mowers.
I was going to ask you, why don't you get a robot mower? Because Kev, trees, ditches, freaking hills, whatever.
None of that.
Yours, like I said, it mows itself. I mean, it should be. You should get a freaking a Roomba for the lawn.
Yeah, they make them, but then I'd be taking money from Chris, and he's already accustomed to the money I give him, so I don't.
Well, you're a thoughtful guy, Kev. You're a thoughtful guy.
And then next time he pressure washes, it's like $125 now versus $100, because he's not getting that sweet lawn money.
Yeah,
know,
it'd be like
but
Kevin on his high tower with his automatic lawnmower.
yeah, but I remember years ago, my buddy's dad, and he had an old John Deere riding mower. It was like 30 years old, whatever it was. It only moved at like 1 mile per hour. They all called it the Turtle, and he had a massive lawn. So it was easily. So looking at those numbers, it was probably 2 acres. So he'd spend 10 hours on that. Happiest time of his life. He was retired, police department. And just all day long, not nonstop. He'd take breaks and then that, but that was his just loved hopping on the Turtle and just spending the whole day. No music, no headphones, just him and his thoughts and just mowing the grass. Oh, me and my thoughts. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's I mowing my lawn, the time it takes with my thoughts is just enough time. Anything longer than that is like it was years ago. I have a bad back, and years ago, I had I had a disc ball. I don't know what it is, but it's my back muscles go into spasm because the disc hits a nerve, and I was in bad shape. So Jennifer bought me. I was in Charleston, and she bought me she found a local place that for massage, and it has one of those deprivation tanks.
Yeah.
So I don't know if are you familiar with those?
Yeah.
So this was a while back. Now they're a little bit more popular and whatever, but this was a while back, and I went in, and there's this big effing tank. They put enough salt in there. It's like more freaking saltier
Well,
than
yeah, it makes you
than the Mediterranean. So you float, you're buoyant, so you don't have to worry about freaking going under. And then they close the door.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't see nothing. Here it is. And you're in there for an hour. And I read somewhere that an hour in that sensory deprivation tank is equivalent to like 6 hours of restorative sleep. So I'm in there, and after a while, I'm like, okay. So I started really relaxing. I fell asleep. Everything was awesome. I did that for about 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, the thoughts start going through your head, and I'm like, I had to get out of there. At that point, if I had now I know why those deprivation can drive people crazy, because there was no way I could have made it another minute in there.
I want to do the NASA quiet chamber that they have. It's the world's quietest room on the planet, and I believe it's here in Florida. I don't think it's in their place in Alabama, but and they say, and it's for testing instruments and everything else, but every now and then they'll let like an influencer, you can watch videos of it online on YouTube, or famous people or whoever want to go in there. And I think the record, if I'm not mistaken, is only like 20 minutes. Because you'll go, like, the one thing that it's your thoughts become deafening, because the thoughts in your head is like screaming. Like, people will hold their ears because the thoughts in your head are screaming. The heartbeat of pumping your blood can be heard by your ears.
Really?
And it just, everything, it becomes so loud inside your head that people can't stand it.
I wouldn't last long on that.
So
40 minutes in a deprivation tank. I was like, it was sensory deprivation tank. It was really cool at first, but after 40 minutes, I was like, thoughts just start going. Then you can't stop them. And it's like, I got to get the hell out of here, because I'll burn this place down if I spend another minute in here.
Oh, that's why I have to fall asleep at night with the TV. And as soon as we decide, okay, it's time to go to sleep, I hit my sleep timer on so it stays on. It's just because just the thoughts in my head, it's always running through what I'm going to do the next day. I'll think of something, and then I'll start designing a new product or something, and I need to concentrate on something else just to quiet the hundreds of thoughts and ideas that go through my head.
Is that where your best thoughts come, Kev? While you're
in the shower. So and lately, I got to get back, because like I said, I've been listening to podcasts even in the shower. It's like fucking Sean Ryan and his new podcast, like the new one with that dude's 5.5 hours. I've been listening to it, trying to finish it all week. I'll finally probably get to the end tomorrow on my way to work.
5.5 hours.
5.5 hours for this one interview. The guy spends an hour talking about cryptocurrency. And it's like, I now know everything about cryptocurrency and I still don't understand any of it. But yeah, so usually no sound. And then what I'll do, I'll end up finding myself, I'll be in there and it'll be like 30 minutes later. I'm like, what the fuck am I still doing in here? And it's just thinking. Sometimes I'll send video messages to like Abe over at Smoke Inn and like, hey, you know what you should do? Like, it'll just be me in the shower talking and sending him a video. Sometimes
I'll wait. Phone to keep it dry. Like, do you keep it that close by?
Yeah, I just keep it right up on the little shelf there. It's waterproof. It's a Samsung, so it can get a little wet. So
you take your phone in the shower with you?
Yeah, because I don't like it when my phone rings either. I don't like listening to voicemails because it's like too many buttons to get to it. So yeah, last week one of my service manager called me, and I like the next day, like he'd mentioned like, what was that noise in the background last time? Like, I was in the shower. Like, why didn't you wait? I'm like, yeah, because I knew you were going to leave me a voicemail, not text me, and I don't want to call you back. So like, that's a whole thing. I would rather just spend the minute, listening to you talk now versus spending, you're going to leave a 2-minute voicemail and then I'm still going to have to call you back. So now we're into this thing for 5 minutes versus I could just pick up the phone and talk to you for the minute and then we're done. And I don't have to think about it again.
Okay. There's medication for that.
It is a strange place being inside my head.
I was gonna say, I mean, all the other stuff that I know about, it is what it is. But
for sure, I bet.
But taking your phone in the shower with you, I know it's a nice break, but let me ask you this: have you ever forgot your phone, and then never?
No, I don't leave my phone anywhere. Keys, wallet, phone. Keys, wallet, phone. Always make sure the 3 are on you.
I've had a few moments where I forgot my phone. Like I left the house and drove off because I had to go somewhere, forgot my phone. And I have that little mini panic attack for like a minute. And then afterwards I'm like, well, I'll just keep, and then I realized that my time out was so much better. So much better.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you agree. You never did it. You just said that
I would agree that your time is better, not attached to that, but it's
you have to get through that 1 minute of withdrawals, like that whole the shakes, like everything, but it's just, I know when you're just like, okay, I don't have my phone, there's nothing you can do. Well, but, maybe you and Rizzo could do some video conferencing from the showers. I mean,
that's the podcasting from the shower.
Is that what we're gonna do next week? We'll podcast from the shower.
Yeah, podcast from the shower. So it's only so clean you can get, I guess.
It'll be like, okay, we're gonna do the first 15 minutes from the shower. And then we're gonna take a break, and then we'll be back after we dry off. But you probably have like a whole dry off routine too, don't you?
I have a pretty good dry off routine. I mean, it's the same. Start at the top, work your way down. Don't ever let your towel touch your feet. It's disgusting, even when they're clean. So luckily you got a good squishy bath mat that dries your feet off.
I was telling Jen the other day, I noticed my son Wyatt does something similar that you do, but you do it before you shower. You take all your dirty clothing, put it, and I'll wrap everything up.
Yeah.
After his shower, he'll take all of his clothing and wrap it up in a towel and bring it, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
I mean,
wraps up in a towel. Do you use a towel each time? Fresh towel?
Yeah.
Oh, well, how often do you wash your towels?
What do you mean?
Do you use a fresh towel every time?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Depends
on the laundry day. There are times I will use the same towel twice. However, most times I'll use, because I mean, when I'm drying off, I'm still got to dry my junk off, man. And I don't want to accidentally dry my face the next time off with the area that I dry my junk off with. So
24 hours, towel forgets. All sins are washed away. They all evaporate.
Oh, you're listen, your approach and your hypochondria or whatever you want to call it with your germaphobe, it's a little inconsistent, Kev.
I buy towels that are impregnated with silver. Silver's antimicrobial.
Well, you left that out. I mean, I got fucking Walmart towels. My fucking the only silver is the freaking tag.
Yeah, no, I buy silver impregnated towels, so they're antimicrobial. So usually wash them like once a week. So
yeah, but but if you wipe your butt with it, you mean to tell me that silver freaking impregnated?
No, I don't. My towel never touches my towel never touches my butt. It'll dry off when I put my underwear on.
Oh yeah, I can't put underwear on a wet ass.
Yeah, no, it's going wet.
That's the reason why I use one towel a lot, just because I have to. I can't put underwear on anything that's no moisture. I need to be dry, because when I get out, I'll dry my whatever hair. I'll dry my back. That hair takes long, and I'll put a towel around me, and then I'll do my shaving and whatever else I got to do, and then I'll dry off my legs. Dry off my calves. I don't dry my feet off either. And then I got to dry my junk, my butt, and then it goes in the freaking hamper, because now I need dryness.
Yeah, see, I'm not a big man though, so I'm pretty much air dry. Like when I put my underwear on, like I'm not like soaking wet. Like I air dry pretty quickly. So maybe
Yeah. Once a week, that's I don't know, man. I gotta look at the silver impregnated towel.
Yeah, they have the silver, and the same thing with my body scrubber. It's silver impregnated too, so it doesn't hold bacteria.
So what about the silver that makes it so antimicrobial?
Silver itself is antimicrobial. You can't have germs on silver. Germs won't live; they die.
Really?
I even my underwear has even got silver infused, except my new ones. I did try a new pair of underwear. I bought like 3 packages, and I'm not happy with them. I'm going to throw them away. So, like I said, they're not silver impregnated, and which silver also cuts down on like any odors as well. And the new underwear, they hold the farts in pretty good. So that like the end of the day, they smell. So I'm about to throw them all away and go back to my silver impregnated underwear as well.
Really? Now you wash your underwear every day, though, right?
Oh God, yeah. Once I become rich, like dumb rich, I'll never wear a pair of underwear twice ever again, or socks.
Throw them away.
There is nothing like putting on fresh underwear and fresh socks. Oh, it's the greatest feeling in the world. Like when I buy new underwear, I'll buy. Same with socks. So I'll buy like 30 or 40 pair of underwear, so I don't have to buy underwear for a whole nother year. So like for that first month. Like every day is like Christmas, opening up that package and then bringing out a fresh roll of underwear and putting it on. Oh God, it's awesome.
Huh. So how long do you keep your towels for?
I don't know, until they get like we talked about this. I don't like them thin. So, maybe not even a year. It might be pushing it to a year, but why does that silver go away? Did I not read that?
Yeah.
Yeah. How fast does it go away?
Depends on the freaking towel and the construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be uncommon for me to spend like $75 on a towel. I mean, I don't know if that's good price or bad price, but it's like a good, I find it to be a good towel.
And you keep them for a year. What does Jessica think about those? Does she do the same thing?
No. She likes paper thin. You don't wash clothes before you wear them the first time. I do not. And I should, because I know the chemicals that are on them. I know I should wash clothes for the first time. Like if it's a shirt that's got a graphic on it, I will turn it inside out and wash it before I wear it. So on that, but like underwears and socks, I don't. All of my my shorts, I don't. They're all red caps.
So how many towels do you have?
4.
4 towels.
Yeah, so I have like 2 small facial type towels, and then 2 big bath towels. One that's just for washing my hands, and then the other one is just for
What's the
showering.
brand name?
I don't know.
Is it silver ion infused or is it silver coating?
I don't know. I thought they had like silver thread or something. Is it ion? I don't know.
Because the silver is bonded to the fabric, to the fabric fibers, and then silver coating is a little bit different.
Yeah, I think it's because it always shows like the blow up, of like the towel and like the little fibers, and then it'll be like they're showing like nanoparticles or something attached to the fibers. So
because if it's a silver infused or a silver ion infused, they'll last about 50 washes.
okay, so
between 50 and 100 washes.
Okay, so if I do them once a year, so I'm right. I'm about right on.
If
right
it's
on
silver
there.
coating,
yeah,
you're drying yourself off with a regular good old butt towel 10 weeks after you buy it. It's 10 washes at last.
Okay, yeah, I probably have the other one. Now that's just my main towel that I replace like once a year. The other towels I don't replace. Just probably every other year. I replace the other ones because, like I said, I only dry my hands with the one, and I don't wash my hands 100 times a day at home. And then my face towel, I just use it to get the toothpaste off my face in the morning. So
yeah, there's some that can last past 100, depends on the brand and if it's infused or not. But if it's just coating, it's 10.
yeah,
that was the first thing that popped up, and I was like, "Oh boy, Kev, you're not gonna like this response."
Yeah, I found that out on my last MRI machine. It's why they have you take your underwear off, because some of them are infused with silver, like especially like bras and underwear, and that can affect the machine. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. I didn't know that. I thought it was just ferrous metals.
Watching, you don't want to have the Final Destination.
Yeah, Final Destination scene of sucked into the MRI machine.
The only thing that sucked harder than that machine was Jennifer sucking the fun out of that movie, because that's her profession, telling me how it would have never happened. I was like, let the movie be the movie, Jen. Just let the movie be the movie.
That's me watching movies. Like I said, I get irritated sometimes with Jessica, and she'll have to tell me to shut the fuck up. I'm like, well, that can't happen. They got that science all fucking wrong. That I can't have. And then the one time we were watching whatever dinosaur movie or whatever, I think we talked about it once, and she's like, well, I don't, I don't find this believable at all. Well, like whatever, Jurassic Park. Well, they brought dinosaurs back. So yeah, so let's start there. So yeah, like
you get a lot of leeway when they start off that way, right?
Yeah, like the whole thing, is off. But yeah, the magnet is always on. And you want to watch a scary video, you go on YouTube and find a video of an MRI machine without its casing on there, and that thing's spinning. And I was like, wait, what? Like I'm inside that thing going around, and oh my god,
oh yeah,
it's brutal.
Yeah,
he was thinking the same how impossible that MRI machine was.
But again, I mean, you're starting off with the movie premise that that's going to get you, and has a memory and kills bloodlines, everything else. So
now an MRI machine can suck metal in, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you hear stories about people that,
but it's always on though. It's not like you press a fucking button or death drops a freaking coin on it, and then it's like, hey, I'm going to turn on. It's like, no, it's always on.
Yeah, because I was just reading some articles not too long ago about with people with different things inside them, metal, like either put inside them themselves or piercings that gets like ripped out or gets lodged further in the body or something. That's
piercings. That'll be freaking. You'll be going right to the emergency room after your before you get your MRI. I'll rip it out.
Oh yeah, and they always ask me the same thing. Do you work where you grind on metal? And I go, well, I grind on metal every now and then. I try to keep my glasses on, and if you got a metal shaving in there, it's coming out. No matter how small it is.
Yep,
it's coming out.
the MRI machine is like the mechanical version of Magneto, that freaking
Yeah.
X-Men character that could just manipulate metal and just pull it out of everything. So yeah, same thing.
Oh yeah. So
Crazy
yeah,
though, isn't it?
it is crazy. I know we were concerned a couple of years ago about the world's helium supply was dwindling. You know, that's why there were some countries that were outlawing helium balloons for parties and things like that. And then I think it was just like last year we found here in the U.S., you know, which we have a strategic national helium supply where we keep underground, but we just found like a new big helium reserve. They say that will take us hundreds of years into the future, so we don't have to.
They celebrated with helium balloons.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Which push comes to shove, we could always suck it out of space. You know, the second most abundant element in the universe, right behind hydrogen.
Where's it located?
Or everywhere. Oh, the helium reserve. I don't know where they found it.
No, in outer space.
Everywhere. It's everywhere.
Huh. Is that why astronauts float?
Yeah. That's why they float. So.
Going back to the Final Destination in movies, Wyatt and I went to go see Superman this over yesterday. The new Superman
it was
movie.
Yeah, I was just watching a video prior to us coming on, and it was I think it was the guy that plays is it Lex Luthor's in this movie, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I haven't seen him in the preview yet. I've only seen the previews of just Superman.
Yeah.
So but he was saying when he was doing his read or whatever for the movie, he was under the assumption that he was reading for Superman. You know, so when they called him back, he's like, you telling his agent, like I got the job of Superman. They're like, why would you think you're Superman? You know, so
that's great. Great cast though. I mean, it was. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big reader of reviews because I think that, you know, it's all bullshit, you know, when you read.
Yeah.
I do like looking at Rotten Tomatoes and Tomato Meter and stuff like that, but I did read that there was some mixed reviews. I don't know where the mixed reviews are coming from. I thought the movie was fucking fantastic. It was great. I did read, because Wyatt said something to me. I did read that there were some folks, like I think Jesse Waters and I think Ben Shapiro, you know, we're talking about how it's more of the Hollywood woke, you know, messaging.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see it. Honestly, did not.
Okay.
Did not. If it was in there, I think you're going to a movie with that mindset and you're going to see what you want to see. If you go in objectively to watch a good fucking superhero movie, a lot of people didn't like the whole, you know, Superman was truth, justice, in the American way. And they changed that to truth, justice, and for a better tomorrow. And I think that may have gotten some fucking panties wound up. The movie was great. There was no political agenda to it as far as I could see. And I'm pretty good at spotting that shit. But god dang, good story, great humor. I read that somewhere that they said the jokes were forced. They were not. Great character building. A great storyline. It was comic booky. So when they're like, well, I don't understand how, and I'm like, listen, again, as you said earlier, we're starting off with a guy who's an alien who landed on Earth and can fly and is indestructible. So that's your starting point. So you know, it's gonna go a little sideways in some areas, but that's just comic books.
The physics in a lot of Superman movies is what gets me. You know, that bothers me at times when he could, you know, like pick up like an airplane from like the nose cone or something. And I'm like, well, that's not really how physics works, because like, you know, it's got a lot of mass behind that. It would crumple, you know, or, you know, he gets hit with a big boulder and it splits in half. Well, that's not how that fucking works. You know, it would roll off his back because he's Superman, but it wouldn't split in half or it wouldn't crack into 1,000 pieces. That's not how shit works. So that bothers me a little bit. The physics behind some of the stunts,
You have to watch the Big Bang Theory argument about Superman, the very first one, when he catches Lois Lane when she falls, because he's just like,
oh yeah, no, yeah,
she would have just cut, been cut into thirds, unless he would have had to match her speed, and then he'd go through this whole physics thing again, and
or when he brought that kid to outer space or something in one of the movies. Well, that kid would have died. It was you can't, even if it was low Earth orbit and not technically outer space, that kid would have died.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, it was a good movie. I didn't dive too deep into the physics.
I haven't seen the last few Supermans. This one has me like excited. It looked really good.
I've watched all the Superman movies, and and in my opinion, even all the folks who played Superman. Oh, the other thing that cracked me up was one of the critics of Superman movie was Dean Cain. I wonder why.
Oh, jeez.
Like, listen. Honestly, I think, I mean, I never watched the series, but what little bit I did see of him, terrible Superman. Not a big fan of his Superman.
I never watched Lois and Clark. My favorite was Smallville.
I love Smallville. I think freaking Tom Welling did a great Superman.
He did, and his dad, which was one of the Dukes of Hazzard guys.
Yeah, John Schneider or something like that.
John Schneider. That was a great cast and a great series. Absolutely.
But you had to wait like 10 years to finally see him fly, which was fucking ridiculous.
I know,
but I did like that. Actually, Jen pulled it out. I said I bought a shirt years ago, a lot of years ago. Now it's got holes in it. I said it was like that subtle. Everybody wears the blue shirt with the big S on the front.
Yeah.
I said this is my subtle Superman shirt. It was a yellow shirt, and it looked like an athletic department shirt, property of Smallville.
Oh,
and the athletic department. Because I always wondered why they never tapped Tom Welling to be Superman, because I always thought he would be a good Superman in movies. But they never did. But I liked that show. I wasn't a big, Dean Cain fan. I even thought that the guy, that Brandon Routh that they had a few years ago, I thought that movie was good. I thought he played a good Superman. But honestly,
Nicolas Cage was Superman.
Yeah, he was Nicolas.
In what movie?
Nicolas Cage was originally supposed to be. He was Tim Burton was going to do a Superman movie.
Okay.
And they had it all written out. He actually had pictures of him in a Superman costume. You have to Google it. So they actually do have pictures of Nicolas Cage's Superman outfit. And then when they did the Flash movie, in one of the scenes, it was like these multi-universe, Superman, and Nicolas Cage was in it.
Oh, okay.
Briefly, yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. I know, because Nicolas Cage is a huge Superman.
And Ghost Rider. That's why he played Ghost Rider, because he's a huge Ghost Rider fan.
Yeah, Superman fans were pissed when they found out that he owned a copy of Superman #1, and he tore out all the pages. And he, because I guess one of his bathrooms in his house is all wallpapered with rare comics, and one of them was every page that he ripped out of the original Superman #1 and wallpapered in his bathroom, amongst other rare comics, because that's fucking Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But,
I liked Henry Cavill. I thought he was a great Superman.
That was the last Superman I saw, and it was I can't remember if that came out before The Passion or was that after The Passion. Not Henry Cavill. No.
That's Jim Caviezel.
Jim Caviezel, yeah. Okay, so yeah.
However, some people do consider Jesus to be Superman, Kevin. So you're not that far off.
Yeah. So Henry Cavill. I think that was the last Superman I watched was with him. That was a long time ago.
I was actually disappointed when they dumped him. To be perfectly honest, I was really disappointed.
Yeah, I remember there's a big hubbub about that.
Yeah, because he was in he was in the post credit scene of Black Adam with The Rock. And it was Henry
Okay.
Cavill, and it was like, oh shit, we got Henry Cavill again. So it was the first time he was actually seen after like the Justice League movie, right? And I don't know. I was disappointed. Then when I saw the very first kind of like little couple of pictures of the new Superman, I was like, son of a bitch. Who do they got? But I'll tell you what, this guy very much reminiscent of Christopher Reeves,
Oh, okay.
who in my
Christopher
opinion is the
Reeve's
best
son
fucking
looks just
Superman.
like him. Why haven't they tapped him for? I
He's
don't
a
know if he's
bad
an actor
actor.
or not. Is he?
I don't know. I never
Yeah.
seen anything, but yeah, this guy did a great job of Superman. The guy who played Lex Luthor with Luthor was really good too. The girl who played Lois Lane plays Marvelous Miss Maisel, that series, which is good. She was fantastic. Jimmy Olsen was great. Just all the characters were really, really, really good. And I thought Nathan Fillion played the Green Lantern, and he's one of my favorites. I love him. He's just freaking awesome. And then they actually showed a little Supergirl in there too. Spoiler alert.
Okay. Oh, right
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
behind. I'm behind on all. I have not seen any of those. Any movie. Like I've seen like the Henry Cavill Superman. I've seen like 2 Batman movies. The original Spider-Man. Other than that, I haven't. I haven't. I haven't seen any of them. None of
yeah,
the.
they're doing a
You
good
know.
job. I even liked what's his face, the Diamond Dracula who played the new Batman. Is it Robert Patterson or whatever? He's
Oh yeah, I heard he and there's a lot of shit before that. The 'cause people were pissed that he got that role. But then when the movie came out, I remember people saying that it was actually quite good.
it was really good. I was honestly impressed with it because I was kind of the same way when they said Ben Affleck was going to be Batman. I was like, come on, man, Ben
Yeah.
Affleck, and I thought he played a good Batman as well. But I thought I thought Robert Pattinson played a really good Batman. I was impressed with that. That was a really good call.
Everybody does say that Michael. Why my neighbor seems to want to call me every Monday night. So
Is that
they
Pepper?
still what's that?
Is that Pepper or what's his name?
Peanut? No, it's my
Peanut.
neighbor Ed. Yeah. So they're still saying that Michael Keaton has been the best Batman.
Well, if you want to compare all the people, all the Batmen, if you will, throughout the years, um, he was the original, and Michael Keaton was a great freaking Batman. He was. He was in the Flash movie. The whole Flash movie revolved around multi-universe and went back
I
to older Batman is what it
you
was.
know the Flash movies looked really good. I can't stand that fucking actor, that pompous little dick.
I
And I
Yeah,
just I
he's a
I
douche.
I just I can't go and support those movies. No, I just because I just don't like that guy.
I used to have that feeling about like Sean Penn and all those guys. 'Cause I'm like, come on, dude, just. But
I,
then
I,
I thought, you know what? They're great actors. I'll watch the movie. I'll try and keep my whole personal whatever aside. But yeah, because White and I were talking about that too, and I was like, he's definitely a flake that is probably an understatement. But I thought the movie was great. I like the Flash movie; it's really good.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I did. Wyatt really didn't like it so much. I liked it. I think I was more tied to it because of the nostalgia of oh, Brian, come on now. I was a little bit more nostalgic, I think, because of of Michael Keaton being in the movie, because it was just awesome to see him again, and I thought that was a good movie. I also like the way they kind of did the whole multiverse and tied everything together. Um,
What's going on,
and
Art?
I the Henry Cavill movie with with what's his face, uh, Henry Cavill, the Superman movie with Henry Cavill. Um, I liked in the movie that, I think it was Superman 2 with Christopher Reeves. That's when they have General Zod come back with his two goons, right?
Yeah.
So when they redid the um, um, the Superman movie and brought in General Zod, they had Michael Shannon play General Zod, and I love fucking Michael Shannon. He's a great actor, and he did such an awesome job with it. So I like seeing, good actors and actresses placed
I,
in the right roles.
I don't think there's ever going to be a Superman movie better than when Richard Pryor and what was the he just recently died. What was his name? Gene Hackman.
Wilder? Oh, Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman and Richard Pryor, and that was just the greatest Superman ever. I loved Richard Pryor in that movie.
What movie is that?
Superman, like one of the originals.
With oh yeah, God, that's right. He was in.
I forget who the actor was. Oh no, it was Christopher Reeve. It was. Yeah, it was Christopher Reeve.
That was Superman 3 that Richard Pryor was in. Okay, I forgot that he was, but yeah, I mean, you had Gene Hackman was Lex Luthor. That's freaking. He was great.
Yeah, got his assistant that turned into like a robot, and it was it was a great movie.
When you said that, I was like Richard Pryor, Superman. I was like, oh no, that's right. He was in Superman 3.
Why hasn't woke Hollywood got a black Superman yet, or a black Batman? I don't have that yet.
I don't know. I mean, I know with some of the characters that have been that have been portrayed in the movies that were normally white and then of other racial background, like in this Superman movie. So spoiler alert, just letting everybody know. Spoiler alert. There's a character called Mr. Terrific, and it's a black guy. And then when you look up, the actual character, the character himself was originally white, and then I think in the 1990s, they kind of revitalized him, and he was black. But then I'm like, you got to have a little bit of understanding flexibility, because when you're talking about comic book characters that were made in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, the odds of being white are pretty fucking high.
Oh yeah.
So if you're going to bring out a movie in 2025, you expect that there's going to be a little bit of diversity in there. It's as long as the script's good, as long as the actor's good. How about, listen, Marvel had Nick Fury. Nick Fury was created back in the 40s or whatever it was. He was some super commando, butch, freaking the flat top haircut, smoking a cigar, freaking patch over his eye, white hair. And when they came out with the Avenger movies, they were like, well, we could go with, and if years ago, David Hasselhoff played Nick Fury in like a TV movie, right?
Really?
Yeah. So you're like, who are you gonna bring in? They bring in fucking Samuel Jackson. No one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I never saw it, but I do remember at the end of one movie, like Nick Fury was like at the very end, and it was like a teaser, and I can't remember what movie that was that I watched, but yeah. So yeah.
But it was
I
like,
forgot all about that.
But yeah, I mean, Nick Fury's in like a lot of the Avenger movies and all the other ones, and you're like,
yeah,
here's Nick Fury, this, white-haired white dude with a cigar, and they cast Samuel L. Jackson to play him. No one batted an eyelash. He played freaking Samuel L. Jackson, killed it. Great actor, great writing, no problem.
That's it. Chadwick, but is that the name of the new one? Chadwick Boseman? Is that the new actor?
No, Chadwick Boseman was the actor who actually recently passed. Young, he played Wakanda. What's his the Black Panther?
Yeah.
He played the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman. He's actually from South Carolina.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman,
Yeah. I'm kind of with you on that one, Brian. You know,
What's
they're
that?
they're just some roles, you know, and Latino, she was, you know, still a little fair, you know, Snow White was fair skinned, you know, and I just, then the whole dwarf thing really irritated, you know, and then she brought in the whole, you know, political thing of it, and we won't watch it, and I'm glad the movie fucking tanked.
Well, I
Um,
think that's where
so-
you get into that situation where it's like, okay, now listen, this is the original Nick Fury.
yeah,
That ain't Lawrence Fishburne or Samuel L. Jackson.
yeah.
But Samuel Jackson fucking killed it. I mean,
But would we have said that if they brought in a different black actor that we didn't know? I mean, everybody loves Samuel L. Jackson, so
I think again, in my opinion, I think if you have good writing and a good actor
yeah,
or actress, you're going to be fine.
yeah. But I
Um,
also you know, I know who Nick Fury is, but I don't know the backstory. Just like that other guy that you had said that he's a black character now, and he was white in the 40s. I don't know who that character is.
Neither
that
did
you were
I.
talking.
When I showed up, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
The
I think
actor was fantastic. I mean, it was
yeah.
fucking great.
So I think as a secondary, uh, um, like supporting cast, like you could probably make some changes, and it really wouldn't be a detriment to the movie. But I just think like Superman, Batman, the Penguin, the Riddler. I mean, they're just some iconic white guys. You know, I'm just going to throw it out there that we know, and I think people would be pissed if they changed the race. But with, like you said, but with good actor and good writing, you know, we would probably get over it. You
Well,
know,
there is some
yeah,
rumor going around years ago that when they were looking for the new James Bond, that they were
yeah,
considering Idris Elba.
yeah,
Dude, I would have been head over heels fucking giddy for Idris Elba to be the fucking James Bond. And they're like, yeah, but James Bond white. I'm like, no, he's not. James Bond is 007, which is
yeah,
his call sign, and
yeah.
anybody and can be anybody. And again, good actor, good writing, no problem. And Idris Elba is one of my all-time favorite actors.
Yeah, he's because he's the new in the new Harry Potter series, and people are a little irritated over that because he's playing Snape, and it's not just, you know, that he's a black guy instead of a white guy. You know, they're just irritated at some of the Harry Potter characters because the books go into such
Idris Elba's
detail.
in
I think Idris Elba is playing the new Snape in the Harry Potter, if I'm not mistaken.
fact check. Hold on.
Yeah, isn't he? No.
Severus Snape, blah 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 blah. Let's see here. Reports. He was offered the role, and someone else, Papa Saidu, has been cast as Severus
Oh,
Snape.
okay, yeah, been officially cast another a black guy,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't bother me that I never read the books. You know, I saw all the movies, so we know what like the characters look like. And then a lot of the fans of the books were like, "Hey, you know, we read all these books, and it goes into such great detail about what he looks like with his long black, you know, hair and just his skin and everything else." You know, that irritates me a little bit. You know, when it was the same thing when Tom Cruise. We talked about this, was Jack Reacher. You know, the books go into such great detail. They go into such great detail. You know, this guy's six, 6'7", 350 pounds, and it was still a white guy playing a white guy, and it was still pissed me off because, you know, when you got a book, you know, that goes into such, you know, detail about the character, when you don't find an actor that, you know, portrays that look, you know, it's quite irritating.
Well, yeah. I mean, I remember we talked about that, and I thought was funny is I never read the book or the books. So when I see Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher, I'm like, Tom Cruise is a great actor. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, look, there's Tom Cruise. Wow, that's a really good movie. You're like, oh, Jack Reacher is 6'5", 250.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh yeah, that ain't Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise
Yeah.
is like
Five,
5'6",
six. Yeah.
5'6", a buck 50. But then when they got the other guy to play him
In the series.
in
Yeah.
the series, now that's a dude, Alan
Yeah.
Richardson. Now that's a dude who's about 6'3", 6'4", probably about 240. He's probably closer to the Jack Reacher size. And then after seeing him and talking to you, I was like, okay, if you're a fan of the book, I could see why that guy would make you happy, and that little man would not.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
He is playing Man at Arms. You know what? Again, don't care. I grew up watching He-Man. Love the He-Man comic book. Everything else. Idris Elba's gonna be playing Man at Arms. Have at it, man.
yeah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's yeah, I could see that a
I
different,
just
a different.
I just don't like when again, I think the problem comes in is when you have one too many layers in a movie and you're trying to push a political agenda, you're trying to push a social agenda, you're trying to push this, you're trying to push that, and then you start switching characters. I think that's really where you're going to get a lot of people giving pushback, right? I've watched movies that were great movie, great cast, had a political agenda, didn't bother me. Didn't bother me. It was
Yeah,
a good movie. I watched another movie, like I said, you watch a movie where it's like, okay, here's the characters. This guy's white, this guy's black, this guy's Hispanic, supposed to be that. Didn't bother me. Again, good acting, good writing, not too over the top. But then I think when you have some movies, and you mentioned Snow White, for example, I think the one thing that probably got Snow White off on the wrong foot is taking the seven dwarfs and turning them into seven magical creatures or whatever the hell they call them.
yeah,
I think right there you're like, okay, hold on, time out. That's not the way that the book goes. They're dwarfs. That's the book. And then from there it's like, okay, let's layer this, let's layer that, let's layer this, and then you got a whole big ball of just controversy, and then you have the directors, the writers, the actresses, and everything else that are coming out and firing out, messages and tweets and this and that. Well, yeah, you're not going to probably get off on the right foot when you're coming out of the gates that way. You're just not going to. So I read some of the reviews on Superman. I disagreed 100% with some of the reviews and some of the conservatives that said it was woke. It was supposed to, even I think it was Ben Shapiro. He went in with a certain attitude and came out. He's like, well, it really wasn't about immigration. Having it because they referred to Superman as an alien, and not having rights. He's like, nah, it really didn't push that agenda. I just think someone went in there had a with a certain mindset, and they're going to see what they're going to want to see, but not at
yeah,
all.
yeah. Rizzo. Yeah, people were flipping their shit over the Little Mermaid. I didn't see the new one.
No,
I don't like live actions from cartoons. I'm not going to
no,
watch them.
I don't
Not
think they
because
translate well.
no, not because it was a black actress versus a white actress. I just don't want to see live action of any cartoon. Wyatt has watched the live action the genie one, Aladdin, a million times.
Oof.
Yeah, it's it doesn't even. I listened to it from like he'll have his TV on,
Ugh.
like it doesn't even sound good. So and then you had the
No,
Lion King, and you had all of this crap, and
it's just tough. It doesn't translate well. It's very. I can't even think of a a a cartoon that they made into a live movie that translated well.
yeah, no, I'm still waiting on. I think Thundercats is done. The live action is from what I heard, and I love Thundercats, so I may, depending on what that preview looks like, I'm a Thundercats kid, so I may watch that one
I would
live
like to
action.
see
But
that. I
but
I would love someone to make the series Star Blazers into a movie. That was my all-time favorite when I was a kid growing up. I would come home from school just to watch. I think it was like a 3:30 or 3:45, whatever it started, and it was It was back in the day where everything is kind of you watch 24, right?
Yeah.
There's a series, 24 is.
Yeah, I know it. I know what it is. Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah.
Yeah, but the series, like, every episode is an hour long, and it's an
Yeah.
hour of time, right?
Yeah.
24
Yeah.
hours. It's 24 episodes. Same with the show, The Pit, on, I think it's Netflix. It's a 12-hour shift at a hospital, and every episode is an hour long. That's what goes on in that hour at that hospital. Well, back then it was how many days, the aliens attacked Earth, and then they had to go and do something and get something, come back. And it was 365 days or whatever until the Earth died, and every day was a day.
Yeah.
Every episode was a day, and that's the one. It was actually, it was an old cartoon from, it was a Japanese anime, and it was, the Yakuza was the ship, and basically what they did was they took an old World War II ship and they turned it into a spaceship based off this technology that gave it this great rocket and the wave motion gun. And I love this series. I really wish that they would freaking make that into a movie.
What is Dwayne mentions God of War?
God of War. Or
I'm not
am the
familiar with
God of
that.
War. God of War is a video game.
Oh, okay.
From PlayStation, and it follows Kratos, who is the God of War, and it's gotten. I've played the game. I played God of War 1, 2, 3, and there's been a lot of talk about actually having a movie God of War, and it's a great video game series. It really is. It tells a great story. But he's you might have seen like pictures of bald dude, big beard, that's all white with this red like thing around him. If you look it up, you'll probably be like, okay, I remember seeing that. I probably never thought anything of it. But there were rumors a long time ago of them coming out with a movie. Everyone from The Rock to Triple H to a couple of actors that they said was going to play Kratos in God of War. But yeah, it's a video game.
Yeah, we just watched the Avatar from M. Night Shyamalan, and that was, I mean, obviously that was a cartoon they made it into a movie. And
Avatar.
that was,
Okay, yeah.
Avatar, and that was actually pretty good. Except fucking they haven't done another one, which pisses me off.
Avatar from M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan directed Avatar.
What, the cartoon?
No, the live action.
Are you talking about? No, he didn't do. He did.
No, the Last Airbender.
The Last Airbender. Yeah.
No, not Avatar. The Last Airbender is the Avatar. In like the everybody. The Avatar is back. So yeah, the Last Airbender.
Yeah. I knew he directed the movie and it didn't do well.
Oh, okay. Oh, I saw. I know who you're talking about, Kratos now. Like I've seen that.
Yeah.
Like So, but yeah, the Last Airbender.
Yeah.
So that was actually a pretty good. I can't remember if they did 1 or 2, but yeah, they've got to continue that series. I got to figure out where Aang goes from here.
The regular movie or the cartoon version, because he did the Last Airbender movie and it did not do well.
Yeah. I watched the whole cartoon series, so I know the whole series and where it goes. So
I know that got a lot of good. I've been getting some really good the TV Avatar: The Last Airbender, the TV series. I did read that has got great reviews. The movie did not, but I know that definitely, because he wrote the freaking movie too.
Yeah. Unicron was not in the Transformers. I agree. I agree.
Which the new
and the live series was good. I'm trying to think. I think we watched the live series as well.
Which one's that?
The Last Airbender. I'm gonna have to go and look up, see if they ever finished that series, or if that was just another fucking one of the series that after a couple seasons, like all of them, they fucking discontinue and leave.
No, I think it's still live. It's from 2024, and it just says Last Airbender, the series, which it wasn't a cartoon, it was live. It was live series. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go and I'll write that down and see. Maybe they came out with a new season. Does it say how many seasons there were?
It says 2024 with a dash next to it. So when I see that, that's usually a pretty safe assumption that it's going to have a second season.
Okay.
But again, I read that was really. I read it was fantastic.
I think I remember. I think we did see that the series, the season 1. So if I'm
Mhm.
not mistaken, so which
Yeah,
was
there's supposed to be a series, a season. Oh, hold on for a second here. This, that's you know what. Whenever you usually use an app and then you try and use it on your computer, your desktop, it always you lose the experience because I love Jen and I will look stuff up and I have stuff like almost immediately because I'll go right in my IMDb um, uh, app. But it's showing that there's supposed to be a season 2. It doesn't say that it was canceled,
all right.
so I definitely
Oh,
think it's
they had a spinoff too. The Last Airbender, The Legend of Korra. Oh yeah, the final episode, Sozin's Comet, Part 4. Okay, so yeah, so first episode air date. Oh no, that was the cartoon. So
no, the live action was in 2024, and it looks like it's probably going to be 2025, or not 2025, but it looks like
okay,
there's going to be a season 2. And usually, when you get in there, do you use IMDb at all?
yeah, occasionally I'll hop on there. Oh yeah, so yeah, we did see the that series. Yeah, the season 1.
Yeah,
Now that I see the characters, so
yeah.
yeah,
Maybe I got to check that out because I like it. I again, I appreciate it, but yeah, it doesn't say anything about season 2. So Lord knows when that'll. I mean, it's only been a year now.
I know.
They
We
wait
gotta
forever.
we gotta get caught up because the last season of Squid Game just came out.
Yeah, we
So
watched it. Finished it up the other night.
oh, did you? Don't no spoilers.
I will
So
not.
luckily I haven't gotten in that part of TikTok yet because you click on one video, that's all you'll fucking see is
Yeah.
yeah every spoiler. So yeah, we're gonna start that this week or so.
No, I'm
Usually we'll
not very
binge
much.
that in like 2 days.
Yeah, yeah. We watched it, and I liked it. I thought it was a little slow in the middle, but I liked it. Um,
How many
um,
episodes are in the final season?
6.
Okay, 6. Okay, so
Yeah.
not too bad.
No, it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. It,
So it's like that. Oh, it's like that old memes. Like, hey, do you want to watch a 6-hour movie? Get the fuck out of here! I'm not going to watch a 6-hour movie. Oh, what if I break it up into 1-hour chunks?
yeah.
You son of a bitch! I'm in.
Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly. Got
yeah.
me.
You got
Got
me.
me.
Yeah, 1 hour chunks. I'll take it all
Yeah.
day long.
100%. I mean, it's um, I'm a big. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was really good. And I'm looking forward to the future of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So live
yeah,
action Voltron they should come out with. Yeah, that would be a good one.
that's great. Yeah, I do like Ed Night Shyamalan but I did not like that movie. Did not like it. I like a lot of his stuff though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he does. He's good. His last movie, Trap, I liked. It was a
Oh
little.
yeah. I heard good things about that.
Yeah, yeah. Jen didn't like it so much, and the cabin movie that was I thought was really good. She didn't like that one either. A Knock at the Cabin or something like that. It was
I haven't heard that one. Have you watched
yeah,
the new Dragon Ball? I didn't know there was an old one. I know
Knock at
Dragon
the
Ball wasn't
Cabin.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah, Dragon Ball wasn't that a game or something? What was the
Dragon
original
Ball
Dragon
Z.
Ball? Dragon Ball Z. That was a game, right?
I
Or
think
is,
so.
okay, I
The
couldn't remember if it was a
cartoon.
game. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember if it was a game or a cartoon.
hmm
And then Sonic the Hedgehog. Everybody's saying that was actually really good with Jim Carrey.
It was great.
Was it?
Yeah, Wyatt's a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan, and we went to go see. We saw. I didn't see the last one, but we watched the first 2 in the movie theaters. I thought it was great. Really,
Oh,
really good.
there's 3 of them. Okay.
I think there's 2, and then the third one is like a little mini series with Knuckles. I thought that the movies were great. I thought Jim Carrey was great in it. He was
Yeah.
Jim Carrey, and he's fucking
Oh yeah,
playing
yeah.
Dr.
Yeah,
Robotnik and shit. So it's
yeah. You
fucking
look at this
hilarious.
character and it's like, yeah, you just know it's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
Oh, it was great. I loved it. I thought the movies were done really well. Again, another movie that was based off a video game that was done really, really well.
Yeah.
I liked it.
We're excited for the new Jurassic Park too. That just came here, is coming out, or that looks really good.
No.
You just got, it's one of those, like, just got to keep watching, bro. Got to keep watching, whether it sucks or it's good. It's
I'm
like
committed. I'll watch it.
I'm committed. I'm committed. I just got
committed. Yeah. It's like I'll tell him why. And Jen, we were talking about, I'm like, Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger,
yeah.
Jurassic Park, the Final Destination movies. They come out with them, I'll watch it. And he goes, well, I don't know, I'm not a big horror fan on some, but I said, like, the first Friday the 13th movie I went to go see was with my brother in the movie theaters, and it was Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D.
Yeah.
So and then my sister and I went to go see Part 4. So I've been that committed that when they put Jason X in outer space, brought him back to life, and then he fused with metal. So now he was part man, part metal, serial killer Jason. I watched it.
I think I've only seen like 2 Jason movies. Like, I was a Freddy. Because growing up, you really were either Jason or Freddy. There were, wasn't like, people that watched them both. It's like one or the other. Oh yeah, you got to watch all the Jurassic Parks.
Watched it. I watched both. And Michael Myers too. Halloween, freaking Halloween H2O. I'm in.
Never seen a Michael Myers movie.
What?
I've never seen Hellraiser.
Yeah,
never saw it.
Yeah, that was a good movie, but I'm not in the whole Hellraiser series.
I know the premise of all the Michael Myers. I've seen enough clips of all the movies to kind of get the gist of what's going on. I like Jamie Lee Curtis, so I'm a Freddy guy.
Yeah, I was a Freddy guy too. I love Freddie Mercury. I love Freddy Krueger.
And then the last one, Freddy versus Jason, where Jason's walking in the tank with Freddy's head.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Fantastic. I mean, listen, if you really want to do something, what you got to do is go back and watch the original Halloween with Donald Pleasance, Jamie Lee Curtis. The man's pure evil. Like, it's Donald. Like, it's classic movie. Watch Halloween 2, which is just a continuation of the movie, and then watch Halloween, the redo that was made by Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
that movie was fucking awesome. That movie, it really dives into his history of his childhood, but you'll see the difference. Great movie. Now, what was funny is the original Halloween 3, The Season of the Witch, has nothing to do with Michael Myers. It's actually a pretty good movie on its own, but the Michael Myers stuff was just, I watched every one of them just because it's, like I said, I'm all in. I was a big, growing up in the 80s, in the 70s and the 80s, that was where all the big campy, horror movies were big. It was the John Carpenter's, whatever John Carpenter wrote and put out, I'd watch it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I met Kate Hodder at a tattoo convention, and he played Jason the most times out of all the Jason.
Yes, we met him.
I think he was Jason like 3 or 4 times. And then we got a picture, and he's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "I don't know. What do people usually do?" And he's like, "Oh, usually they have me to like put my hands around their throat," and then I'm like, "All right, that's cool. Let's do that cheesy picture." And I'm 6'1", so he was several inches shorter than me.
Yeah,
he put his hands around my throat and picked me off the fucking ground. I mean, for a 60-year-old man, was strong as a motherfucker.
Yeah, we met him a few times. You're like,
but a germaphobe,
bigger.
Yeah, germaphobe. Always wore gloves. He always, he said just the shaking of the hands just got to him over the years. Snyder's gloves all the time. Alien and Predator movie. I've never seen any of the Alien movies. I've seen parts of them. I've seen every Predator movie. The new one, I'm super fucking stoked for. Not the cartoon, because there's like 2 new ones coming out.
The cartoon was good. The cartoon movie that's out now on Hulu.
Is it good?
Oh, it's really good. You got to watch.
Oh man, really a couple people said they didn't like it. So
fuck them, they're stupid. They don't know what they're talking about.
Okay,
Trust me.
Is the live act? Is it out yet?
What?
The new Predator like the live action?
No, not that I know.
Because they were okay. I thought they were releasing
Prey.
both of them.
Did you
No,
like
Prey
Prey?
was Prey was good. Prey was the
Yeah.
last one. There's the
Yeah.
new one.
Right. Yeah. No,
So
that's not out yet.
okay. So I knew they were going to release them like right around the same time. You know, so maybe they just meant, you know, like
There
right
was.
around
Did you see the Predator movie? Oh, no, that would be Alien, not Predator. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Predator cartoon I liked. I liked a lot.
Okay.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was really good. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to watch it
Yep.
and then by myself because Jessica's never seen any of the Predator
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, I think you'll like it, especially if you're a Predator fan. You'll definitely appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm the same way. Predator and Alien. I saw the first Predator movie in the movie theaters. Me and all my buddies.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, yeah. The very first one. We all went to go see it. The matinee. Yeah, the very first one. We left there. We were just like, "Fuck, I'm Jesse Ventura, bro!" Like, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody picks a character they want to be, you know. But I like all the Predator and Alien movies too. I'm in. I'll watch it. I don't give a shit. You know, I'll watch it. It's certain movies like that has a long series for a long period of time. The only series that I kind of I like the first movie, and then after the second one, I'm like, I can't do this. Is Chucky. The first Child's Play was good.
Yeah.
And I read some things about the series being really good and stuff. I'm like, nah, you know what? When I was younger, the whole Chucky doll coming to life, it was kind of creepy and scary. You could scare your buddies with it. But then when I got older, I'm like, it's a doll. I'm just gonna kick it. Like how hard, like how scary, threatening is this doll?
Yeah, throw a sheet over it. I don't know. Oh, a Predator Badlands. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then, I didn't know they were going to do a Prey too. Oh,
yeah, they're doing Prey too.
Oh, that's super cool. So yeah,
there's
another
an Alien
one.
Series. There's an Alien
Prey,
series coming out too.
Cartoon Prey Excellence.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Prey Excellence. So
I can't remember what it's called, but
so what the cartoon? What's the where's
it's called Predator Killer of Killers.
Okay, what's the other, like, where's it set? Like, everything is set, you know, obviously in every movie a different timeline.
It's 4 different stories, 4 different timelines.
Oh, okay.
And then it brings it all together at the end.
Oh, right on.
It's really good.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah. And if you don't want to know any more about it, I won't tell you any more about it. If you want to know more about it, I will tell you more about it.
Yeah, no more.
Yeah, really good. Killer of Killers. It was. I didn't know what I was gonna think. I was like, I don't know, going into it, and after I saw, I was like, God dang, that was really good.
Oh, right on. All right, it's on Netflix. So I'll look it up and watch it one night here in the lounge.
Yep, Hulu.
Oh, Hulu. Okay, we got Hulu. We got. Yeah,
Disney.
we got Graham's Hulu. He's got our Netflix. Yeah, whatever. We got the sharing of all the joys of having a cigar lounge. It is nice to be able to watch a movie in the air conditioning, climate controlled. I can pause it, smoke a cigar, have a snack. It's definitely fun.
Yeah. But yeah, they're coming out with a Prey 2. I knew that.
Okay.
And then there's the new Predator series is going to be coming out. Our Alien series is going to be coming out. That looks pretty good. And there was a new one of the trailers that they were there when we went to go see Superman was a new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio's in it, and it looked really good. I got to find out what the name of this movie was, but it's him, and then Sean Penn, and God, what the hell is that guy's name?
I'm already in. But Donovan, the Insidious series, I haven't seen them. Looked fantastic. Everybody raves about that, so I definitely want to maybe try and get that series in.
I never got into them. I never got into that whole thing of of movies. I mean, wasn't that the One Battle After Another? That's what it's called. One Battle After Another, new movie with Leonardo DiCaprio coming out,
Oh,
and
I'll have to look it up.
Benicio del Toro's in it. He's
Oh, really?
fucking
I haven't
great,
seen it.
yeah.
I haven't seen him in a hot minute. So,
What were we saying prior to that? I'm sorry.
oh, the Insidious series.
Is that what? Okay, that's something different. I was thinking about. Isn't there an Annabelle? Then there's spin-offs from the Annabelle series.
I think so too. Yeah, it's I think so.
Because I remember
You see they just moved Annabelle for the first time in a long time, like taking it on tour or something. That dude's basement
Really?
is fucking creepy as
The
fuck.
Conjuring. That's it. The
Yeah,
Conjuring
The
is a spin-off
Conjuring.
from an Annabelle series.
Yeah. That guy's got some freaky stuff in his basement. That husband and wife team, and they got the Annabelle, and they got just every piece of haunted stuff, and there was a whole big display of them moving Annabelle.
But isn't the real Annabelle doll like a Raggedy Ann doll? It's not even that creepy, ridiculous one that they have in the movies.
Yeah, it's something like that.
The
Yeah,
original,
I don't know.
The original one is a Raggedy Ann doll.
It's either Raggedy Ann or it looks really
No,
close.
it's Raggedy Ann.
Oh, is it?
I'm looking
Okay.
up right now. Yeah, I knew it was.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Terminator. Yeah, I never watched the Lady Terminator, so I never. I kind of fell off on the
Terminator series was pretty decent. I mean, I did watch the Terminator. I watched that's another one. I watched all the movies of the Terminator. I mean, even when it was like whatever, all of them I watched. The last one was really good when he brought back Linda Hamilton too. That was a really good movie.
Yeah,
but I did watch this series. The series wasn't bad.
Yeah, I think they lost Annabelle for a little bit, and then they found her again. But when they moved it, I can't remember, and I can't remember where they were moving it to, temporarily or something. But I don't.
The Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes. And depending on what you read about that husband wife team, they were either charlatans, tricksters, what they could do, but they got a lot of, you watch a lot of stuff on them, man. They have seen some shit in their day that will make you question everything. So,
they
got some.
I don't know. Now I know why they made the Annabelle doll look the way it does, because the Raggedy Ann doll, I think it wouldn't be a very scary movie. With the Raggedy Ann doll, especially it being possessed or whatever the hell they say it is.
Yeah. Whenever you go somewhere, and if you ever see a Raggedy Ann or Andy doll, you got to send a picture to Jessica, because she hates Raggedy Ann and Andy. And just every time we go somewhere, like, 'cause we love antique shopping.
Mm-hmm.
So every time we go somewhere, we'll find one, and there'll be one staring at her or something. And she always takes a picture and post it. Yeah, she does not like them. I don't know. They're probably creepy as fuck, so who knows? Some childhood trauma that she's not telling me about.
That's great. We got to freaking dig into that.
We
gotta have a bully show and dig into the whole hatred of.
Dig a little deeper. I should make her come. We go out for Halloween one year, Raggedy Ann, and I'll buy the costumes.
You should just come out of the bedroom dressed up like him.
Oh yeah. Just like, hey, how's it going?
Says that New England Society for Psychic Research is closed now, but they're going on tour. They said it was just they had a self-playing piano, vampire coffins, cursed photographs, demon masks, and the infamous pearls of death. What the hell is that?
I don't know. I watched a little documentary on their little museum and all the haunted stuff they have, and whether you believe it or not, I'm not getting near that shit. Better safe than sorry. I don't need that shit just transfixing on me and bringing that shit into my house.
They got a samurai suit.
Yeah,
we're already.
I mean, we're doing good. Wyatt has made friends with the one ghost that's in his fucking room. He's happy with it. They chat. They do their thing. I'm happy with it because it leaves the rest of us alone. Maybe they feel bad. Like, hey, at least the Down syndrome kid, we can't really freak him out. and scare them, because even ghosts probably have morals and shit. Even bad ghosts are like, kid's got Down syndrome, we gotta leave this one alone. And then they got to leave the rest of the house alone. So I'm cool with that. That's how I justify that.
That's funny. Yeah, they say the pearls of death strangles anybody who puts it on. I don't know. We've talked before about this. I'm not a big believer in ghosts.
Yeah, the ghost and the occult. It's
the occult's different. I mean, that's I think when you're dealing with demons, you're dealing with stuff like that. But when you're dealing with that, I just don't believe in the whole ghost and spooky stuff. I don't. Nah.
I don't know if I believe in ghosts. I don't know. Yeah, it's I mean, you have a chi, you have a life force, a soul, whatever you want to call it. Can that soul, that life force, get trapped here? I don't know. Matter can either be created nor destroyed. So I mean, we're all electrical energy. So what happens when we die? I don't know. So kind of believe in ghosts, kind of don't. Same thing. I kind of believe in Bigfoot, kind of don't. So.
But you believe without, but you don't. But if you don't believe in, so you believe that there's ghosts. So if they're trapped here on Earth, where would they go if they weren't trapped here on Earth? Since you're kind of an atheist.
Yeah, I don't. That's the conundrum. If they're not, you're
just
100%
screws up
right.
my whole belief system.
You're right. If I believe in ghosts, should I not believe? It means I have to believe in heaven and hell, because if they're trapped here until they make amends for whatever it is they do, or all ghosts here, they're just all here all the time.
All
and
energy, like you said, you can't destroy.
Yeah, and some of them are just dicks, and they just mess with us. I don't know. So
there's just like a whole bunch of happy ghosts that just let us do our shit, our thing.
Yeah, a bunch of happy ghosts that watch us masturbate and pick our nose, and and just let us
dry our balls with silver ion and
silver infused fucking towels. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we got into this the other night. We were talking about like ghosts, and then Ouija boards and stuff like that. I go, yeah, I don't fuck with Ouija boards. Like, I didn't think you believe in ghosts. I'm like, well, there's a difference between ghosts and demons, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I believe in angels. I believe in demons. I believe that they prey on people, and I believe that they use things like Ouija boards and other things, and then they try and trick you into believing that you're talking to a deceased loved one and a ghost, and that's how they get you, because they are nefarious, and that is just that's how they do it. That's where I believe this whole ghosty thing comes into play. I'm not a believer in freaking ghosts. I think it's just absurd. I think that when you die, you're either going one place or another. You're not trapped in between, uncertain or unsure and unhappy, like, hey God, I'm not coming up. I'm still a little angry that I'm dead. Or you're not like, listen, devil, I'm not coming down there because I'm still a little angry, so I'm gonna hang out up here.
Yeah, but you're
stay.
You're Catholic, so there's a third place. They're purgatory.
I don't believe in purgatory. Don't mistake in my don't mistake in the fact that I grew up Catholic and that I was raised Catholic, that I believe all that Catholicism has taught me. I think purgatory is just by default is a nonsensical fucking.
Because what if Earth is purgatory?
I think Earth is purgatory. I think there's a lot. There's hell on Earth. It's like, listen, do not make me go through the life I've been going through, dying, and be like, listen, Kerr, here's the deal. You still got a little bit more suffering to go before you go to heaven. I'm like, listen, just fuck it, forget about it. Then why did you take me? Like, it's just
you're gonna have to stick around there for another let's call it 10,000 years. It's gonna go by quick, before you know it, Kerr.
And then there's limbo. It's like, well, that's where babies go that aren't baptized. It's not heaven. Yeah. It's kind of nice, but they'll never see the face of God. It's like, listen, you think a newborn has? What if they're not baptized? Whatever. So I don't believe in any of that crap.
I got into a big argument 25 years ago or so with a friend of mine that's Catholic over that shit. because we wouldn't actually. Yeah, no, it'd have been 30 years ago because Amber just turned 30, so it'd have been 30 years ago or so because the kids weren't baptized. We're like, hey, when they get to a certain age, Kevin Jr., he went towards the religious side of it. Amber didn't. She's like me, so, but we're like, if the kids ever want to be baptized, that's their decision. Like, well, that if they die as a baby, they can't get into heaven, and I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, so you mean to tell me that an innocent child, and I know there's no such thing as innocence. We're all born with, or no, I
You're
don't
born
know
with
that.
original
They say
sin.
you're born with original sin.
Right.
So, but I go, but your God would not allow a baby into the kingdom of heaven because I didn't baptize. Yes. I'm like, well, your God is messed up if that's what you believe, so yeah, they go in limbo or purgatory. I'm like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I
So,
think I'm always a believer in it's what's in the Bible, and when you look in the Bible and they start pulling out these passages, and again, you're looking at passages as a human, and you're trying to interpret them, and I just think that there is um, there are these passages like therefore he may therefore he made atonement for the dead so that they may be delivered for their from their sins. That's talk about that's a prophecy of Jesus. So be quiet. If any man works, if any man's work is burned, he will suffer loss, but he himself will be saved. Yet so as through fire. Uh, that's Paul to the Corinthians. You're also talking about at that point, in my opinion, I think you're talking more about sometimes when you're a prophet or a believer that you have to be you got to go through some tough times, which they could relate it to as going through fire. I've never seen anything in there talking about purgatory, or
yeah,
talking
no,
about limbo. I think that they take some of these passages and they're like, well, this kind of reference. Like, I'll give you an example. Um, I was would say to my dad, like, where in the Bible does it reference that you have to go to confession?
yeah,
And it was, well, when Jesus healed someone, he would say, go tell the rabbi, you're healed, blah 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 blah. Well, he wasn't going to tell the rabbi or whomever, as a form of penance. He was going to tell him because then they let him back into society. Because when you were, especially if you were someone who had leprosy, you were cast out. So you had to go and have someone kind of vouch for you and say, no, 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 he's healed, he's good. We can let him back in the city. It had nothing to do with referencing, needing to confess your sins to someone.
yeah. I follow Dan McClellan a bit, one of the top biblical scholars in the world, and he talks about a lot of that stuff, like misconceptions, in the Bible and how things were written, and what they meant then versus what they meant now, and how translation has got things wrong, and um, um, yeah, and it just I find I've watched hundreds of his videos, and I and he breaks it down. It's like, yeah, a lot of the stuff is just it's either was written after hundreds of years after Jesus's death, or it was just like it was never in the Bible, like things that were never in the Bible, like you're talking about, and it's just become kind of lore, over the years, or a certain religion was just like that's the doctrine they adopted, and they just say it's in the Bible. That's God's word. You got to live by that. Same
Well,
purgatory and everything else. And
there's some loose interpretation of purgatory. I looked up limbo, which I knew there's no reference in limbo. And basically, the Catholic Church addressed it because I think it just turned into one of those things where someone's arguing with them, going, "Well, if there's heaven and hell, and you can't go to heaven unless you're baptized, what happens if a baby dies before they're baptized?" And they probably like,
yeah, yeah,
they go to limbo.
yeah,
What's that? Well, it's this
yeah,
place which is really cool, and they get to live and they have fun, but it's not exactly kind of like seeing God. It's kind of like
yeah,
it's kind of like it's kind of like being at a concert and having an obstructed view. You're enjoying the
Yeah,
concert, but it's still an obstructed view.
yeah.
That's kind of what
And
limbo's like.
and do they grow up? Do they stay babies forever? You know, because
Well, it's your
yeah,
soul, but you still kind of you can see God, but it's an obstructed view. And I think that's the
yeah,
way they kind of try to get out of limbo. Again, when you look at confessing your sins in confession, a lot of the reference text in the Bible, what they do is they talk about asking God for forgiveness. Which, if you do that, the comfort of your own home, you should be good to go. Especially because I don't care if I tell you, if I tell a priest, or if I freaking ask God for forgiveness at home. If that freaking true, true asking forgiveness is not in my heart, it's not going to be forgiven because
yeah.
you can't lie to God. A couple of references: confess your sins to one another. Well, that's like saying, "Hey, Kevin, can you pray for me?" Okay, I'm not going to sit there and go, "Hey, Kevin, I killed someone. Can you forgive me for that?" Yeah, okay, great. Hey, Kevin forgave me because in James chapter 5 verse 16 it says confess to each other, and Kevin said it was really cool that I went ahead and killed that guy, so he forgave me. So I mean, I personally believe that relationship is personal, is a one-on-one relationship. It's personal.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the rules, especially in Catholicism, growing up, where a lot of it were 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 created. And again, what did they use? They used. I gotta look it up, see exactly the exact reference or quote. But I think when Jesus left, he said, whatever you decide here on earth is so it is on earth, it is in heaven. And I think that was like, oh shit, he just told us that we can make up a whole bunch of rules, and he's going to honor them.
Yeah, it
Hence,
was yeah.
hence the movie Dogma. Watch the movie Dogma. References.
Oh yeah, yeah. When he said, and I looked that up after I saw, yeah, whatever truths you hold, or
Yeah,
whatever beliefs you hold truth on earth, I'll, will be abided by in heaven or something. And
hmm
and then I'm like, wait a minute. So yeah, so I can confess. I can go my whole life and do whatever I want. I can confess on my deathbed to a Catholic priest, and if he forgives me, bam, I'm in. That's the
yeah,
fucking rules. You made the rules, suck it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'll do what I want for my whole life, and hopefully I don't die unexpectedly. And then I just bring in a Catholic priest, good to go.
Well, it's like,
So
but they also, there's a lot of people too believe that even on your deathbed, if you're truly sorry for your sins, that you go to heaven. There's people are like, hey,
yeah,
what about Hitler?
yeah, yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
mean,
If I get up there and
seriously,
I see Hitler, I'm gonna be pissed. But
like, son of a bitch, I
they're
could have been worse. I could have been worse when I
yeah,
was back
that's
home,
it.
back
You see,
down on Earth.
he's trying to get Dogma 2 made. So
Really,
yeah, they finally the actor that owns the rights to all those Chasing Amy and whatever that
Kevin Smith.
guy that yeah, Kevin Smith. So I was watching an interview with him for like 20 years. He kept trying to get the rights from what is that
Oh, what's his face?
Harvey Weinstein,
Weinstein. Yeah,
and
yeah.
would not give up the rights. And then like a year ago, he got a call from like Harvey Weinstein's estate or the company, and they asked him, "Hey, do you want Dogma back?" And he's like, "Yes, I do." Because so now they're going to take it on a like a nationwide tour. They're going to re-release it in the
Are they gonna
theaters.
do that? Because
And
I did see an interview with him where he was talking about how Harvey Weinstein finally called him back, and they were feeling him out to see if he was going to talk bad about him or if he had any dirt on him during
yeah,
his trial.
yeah. So and he never. Yeah, I saw that one, and then there's another interview where he finally he's got the rights to Dogma back. So they finally. I don't know if he had to pay, if they actually paid for it and they like they sold them or if they just gave it to him. I can't remember what it was, but he has the rights to the movie back, and they want to try and make a sequel, but they are going to take it on a nationwide tour so they can have like festivals and stuff. And
That'd
it's
be
still,
pretty cool.
yeah, it'd definitely be cool. He's up here in Sarasota all the time. He teaches at the Ringling. They got the Ring Museum of Art. They do the Ringling for actors and directors, whatever that thing is called. So he donates his time all the time to come down and teach movie making and everything else here in Sarasota. So super cool guy.
Right.
Yes, this is the one, Constantine. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember watching that interview with Keanu Reeves on the whatever the late night show is. Is it Jimmy Kimmel? I think it's Jimmy Kimmel. And when he asked him like, what movie would you ever want to do a sequel to, and Keanu Reeves says, one that I've been trying to get made for like 20 years. And he's like, which one's that? And he's like, Constantine. And he's like, you're Keanu Reeves. Everything you've done, you can't get Constantine 2 made.
Right.
And he goes, I can't. And yeah, they announced it that they're finally going to do a sequel, and they better not mess it up.
No. Have you watched the series Sandman?
Sandman, I have not. What's that?
Sandman.
I'm not. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Gotta watch the Sandman series.
Yeah, what is it?
It's on Netflix, and it is it was a book, a graphic comic book, or what are they called? The dark comic books, or whatever they call them. I can't remember the proper name of them. Like The Walking Dead was originally these graphic.
Oh, okay.
Like
graphic novels. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just released the second season, and we just watched half the second season. And it's really good. You have to watch it.
What's the premise? Or
it's kind of based in a little bit of Greek mythology. It's got a little bit of everything, if you will. But it's all based off these different realms. And the Sandman is obviously, the dream realm, and
yeah.
It goes through the whole story of him being in a cell for X amount of hundreds of years or what have you, and then breaking out, needing to rebuild his kingdom. And then he's got brothers and sisters, and each one of them are their own realm too, kind of like death, lust, and all these different things. But then they also kind of tie in other type of mythology, and it's a really, really good series.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds up my alley. We're still waiting for season 2 of what you remember did you watch the season of the it was about the Greek gods with Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, they discontinued after one season.
Oh, they did discontinue it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're oh my god.
Chaos.
They just left us on a chaos. They left us on a cliffhanger.
I
at the
loved
very
it.
end. That was a great show. So
yeah, the way that they described Sandman is just a quick was upon escaping decades of imprisonment by a mortal wizard, Dream, the personification of Dream, sets about to reclaim his lost equipment. Because he has all these special equipment in order to, be basically the dream master, what have you. But really an interesting concept, because they have Thor, they have Odin, they got Loki in it this season. They have a Constantine. They have a Constantine character in it. They have Lucifer. They have Death. I mean, it's really interesting how they have all these different realms and all these different characters, and it's like this just big hodgepodge of things, and it tells a really good story. What's his face wrote the graphic comic book series, Gimbal, I think that's his name. But he's the one who wrote the comic.
all right.
And he's well known in the Neil Gaiman. That's it, Neil Gaiman. He's the one who wrote it, because he's done a lot with DC Comics and stuff. But they really did. I never read the comic books, because it's actually from back in the late 80s and the 90s. They really did the series well. The special effects are really fantastic. So it says here that Sandman grew out of a proposal by Neil Gaiman to revive a DC's 1974-1976 series, The Sandman. So he rewrote the series from the 70s, and it's fucking well done.
I'll definitely have to look it up.
Yeah,
I do want to pivot and talk about one last topic that I had written down here.
yeah.
That Jessica and I got into the other night. No, I mean, I was not an argument or anything. We are just talking because there was a video and like the new Gen Alpha or Gen Z, maybe Gen Z, talking about the thumbs up emoji. Like they consider that like the most like passive aggressive, like it's disrespectful.
Oh yeah, I read that.
They hate that, and Jessica's like, that's dumb, and I'm like, I believe that. I go, nothing pisses me off more than a fucking thumbs up emoji. And she goes, I send that to you all the time. And I go, and I want to choke the shit out of you every time
Really?
I write something and you send me a goddamn thumbs up emoji. It just nothing. I've got some buddies. I want to call out this one guy right now, but I'm not because he's a friend. Like he'll ask me a question. I'm like, hey, how do I do this? Or I'm looking to do this. And so I'll write, like 100-word reply to him explaining something. And then he just gives me a thumbs up emoji. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You say thank you. You give me some kind of fucking reply. A thumbs up emoji? Suck my ass with your thumbs up emoji.
So I got to ask you this, just because I just literally looked at our bullies chat, and I'm like, Kevin's mad. Kevin's mad. Kevin's mad. Now, is it, if you write something, is it the response like a sending a thumbs up, or is it thumbs upping what you wrote? Or
no. If you thumbs up like what like I wrote or something, that's fine. Like you agree with it, whatever. You don't have to do the heart, because some of those emojis, it's like, which one do I really use? I mean, I liked it. I didn't love it. Like it's not a heart worthy, but it's worthy of a thumbs up. But if I send somebody something and all they send back as a reply, is a thumbs up, like that's just like that's disrespectful in my opinion. Like say if I'm writing, like if you ask me a question and I go on and write you something and all you send me, so yesterday I asked Jessica something and then she came back with would a thumbs up emoji be inappropriate here? And I go, yes, it fucking would be inappropriate here. So earlier today I asked her something and then she responded back and I'm like, well, and then I responded back, in this situation, like I didn't need a response. I go, a thumbs up emoji would have been appropriate in this situation, FYI. So now she has no idea when a thumbs up is good.
Yeah,
when
you
a
confused
thumbs
the
up
shit out of her, man. That's terrible.
Yeah, I did,
I did read that thumbs up thing, and it's
but yeah, like if I like the other day I messaged her, I'm like, hey, I forgot to put the packages in the mailbox. Can you throw those out for me? That's thumbs up worthy. Nothing needed. Nothing you could have put okay. That's fine. Okay would have been good. I know a thumbs up emoji is just, it's quick. That's the appropriate position for a thumbs up emoji. No further discussion needed. But yeah.
So I read the Gen Zers are, so now we're canceling the thumbs up emoji.
We are. It needs to go away.
Is that what we're doing? We're canceling it.
Now
we've gotten so far ridiculously down the fucking rabbit hole with canceling shit that in about a year, if you use a thumbs up emoji, you're gonna be thumbs up shamed.
Yeah, read the room. I would say if someone wrote more than 2 lines of text, I'm gonna give it 2 lines of text. Anything 2 lines of text or more, a thumbs up emoji is not appropriate. 1 to 6 words, 1 line, a thumbs up emoji can be used.
That's the rule of Kevin, though, right?
That's a rule of Kevin.
That's kind of like the rule of Kerr, where if you are, you know, over the age of 21 and wearing a football jersey with someone else's number and name on it, there's a problem. Jerseys are
Yeah,
for girls and for kids.
yeah, yeah. Of someone current, you can, what is great players from. What do we get? What do we say?
You have to wear the
20
jersey of
years?
you have to wear the jersey of someone who's older than you.
Okay.
I always
Okay. Yeah.
that was one of my rules too, because I'm like, whenever I see some freaking guy, some freaking 50-some-year-old guy at a Eagles game going, "Hey, Donovan McNabb, yeah!" And he's wearing a McNabb jersey, and he's like 20-something. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
My rule is that they got to be retired. They got to be retired. They can't be playing the game anymore. And then
I like that rule.
Yeah, then you can wear the
that
jersey.
was my rule.
Yeah, so then you could wear the jersey. They have to be retired.
Yeah.
So any current player, I'm not digging on that.
I've worn 2 jerseys in my life that were player jerseys, right? And it one was a John LeClair jersey because I got it as a gift, and he technically is a little bit older than I am, a couple years older than I am, but I had to wear it because it was the only thing I had, right? The other jersey that I wore as a joke years ago to my buddy's, he had a Super Bowl party. It was the Eagles when the Eagles played the Patriots, and I think it was the one that they lost. I showed up with a Bobby Hoying jersey when he played for the Eagles.
Yeah. See, I've never
only because my dad got that freaking jersey. I took my dad and my stepmom and my brother to an Eagles preseason game, and it was when Rich Kotite left or was from the Eagles and then got hired by the Jets, and they played the Jets in the preseason game the following year. So that should give it some age, right? Bobby Hoying was the quarterback. He was drafted by the Eagles, and we're up in the freaking 700 level, and it's after the first half of a game like that, there's not a lot of people there. So we're up there like fourth quarter. My brother and I are like, dude. Dad goes, "I'm not leaving until I see this Hoying kid. He's the future of the Eagles." and then we left, and some guy's like, "Hey, Bobby Hoying jersey, $10." My dad goes, "I'll give you 5." He goes, "Fine." My dad got this jersey for $5. So I love the jersey. That's the reason why. And Bobby Hoying being an Ohio State graduate, right? He's a Buckeye.
Yeah, I've never worn a jersey with a name on it. I'm always a number jersey, So like I got an Archie Griffin. Gabby wears a Kirk Herbstreit's number. I got a jersey for her with Kirk Herbstreit.
Well, you got what's his face too, right? The running back. So you got his jersey. Played for Ohio State.
No, Archie Griffin.
Archie Griffin?
No,
it's not Archie Griffin. It's
no, not Archie Griffin.
He played for Tennessee, right? He played for the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who? I've got a couple. I'm trying to think of who. I can't remember now.
Oh God, what is his name? It's Eddie George.
Eddie George. That's who's. Yeah,
Eddie
that's
George.
Eddie George. So yeah, I got Eddie George as without his name on it, just the number. So But yeah, I got like
colleges don't have names on the back.
Yeah, I got a Cincinnati Bearcats. A jersey, basketball jersey. I forget whose numbers on that. It was given to me as a gift, and it was I forget who it was. I don't even know because I never watched the Bearcats. But yeah, so yeah, that's a rule. They got to be retired. Can't be going to a game with someone else's name on your on the jersey.
No. I've always. My buddy actually kind of cracks me up. What he did was he got an Eagles jersey and had his football number on it when he played college. It has his own name on the back of it.
Yeah,
that's what he did. And like I said, I had the LeClair jersey. It was a gift. I wore it once.
Yeah,
and that was it. But I have a Flyers practice jersey. It's just an all black jersey with the Flyers symbol.
Okay,
I've worn that a lot because it's a cool ass shirt. But I just probably the only jersey that I would ever probably put on again. And my buddy actually took a picture of someone.
Rizzo.
We'll see about my buddy took a picture of someone wearing this jersey at one of the Eagles game, and it was a Falco jersey, a Shane Falco from the replacement.
See, yeah, there you go.
Ah!
That's allowed.
Acceptable. That's allowed. But yeah, I just no, that's not a fan. Not a fan. I remember seeing some. I remember working at Enterprise Rent a Car, and one of the girls I worked with, her boyfriend was also a manager. We went over to her house for a party, and he was wearing a freaking Patriots. I think it was a Teddy Bruschi shirt. And I was like, dude,
yeah,
come on, man.
I stupid. Years ago, like probably 20 years ago, I did have a Dan Marino jersey with Marino on the back. So I think that was my only jersey I ever had with a name.
But that's acceptable, though. I mean, and my rules, that's acceptable.
Yeah,
laces out, Dan. I mean,
yeah.
You have a Larry Zonka jersey, or
Barca.
All that shit. They're older. That's that, like, for me, when I think of the Flyers, I think of like all the guys I watched from Bobby Clark all the way to Tim Kerr, Ron Hextall, all those older guys. It's like, if you got a jersey like that, actually, my dad, after he passed, I have a jersey upstairs, but it's signed by Bernie Perrant.
Okay.
But that's fucking that. If that was something that wasn't signed, would you wear it? Fuck yeah, it's Bernie Perrant's jersey. But yeah,
what's going on?
Not gonna be wearing any and 2025 first draft pick for the St. Louis Rams or Los Angeles Rams. Well, I'm getting that guy's jersey. No.
Yeah, I know that their jerseys sell out instantly, and it's just like, what the fuck?
No.
People already have the Shador Sanders. People, when I see people wearing a Sanders jersey, it's like, get the fuck out of here. No. Give him a year or two. You figure out what team he's going to end up with.
Yeah.
Or if he's ever even going to play. So,
or if you're a fan of the college team, great. That's awesome. Again, I support the team. That's fantastic. But I always laugh at the jersey wearers. That's, again, my hard rule. I don't think it's right. Well, I think it's right. You don't have to agree with it, but that's just whenever I see jerseys, I'm like, girls and kids, that's who should be wearing it. Or again, if they're retired, hallelujah, slap it on your back. They're older than you, part of your squad, great. But don't be 50 years old wearing a 20-some-year-old guy's jersey. That got a problem.
Yeah, no. If you're, I'd say if you're, I'm gonna go 17 and younger. We'll go. It should really be just if you're 7 years old, you can wear any jersey you want.
Yeah.
But we'll lump all minors into that.
I mean, I'd even extend that a little bit into the college years. If you're in your early 20s and stuff like that, I'm fine. That's no problem. But when you're in your mid 20s, late 20s, and you're like, no, man, you can buy a jersey, like you said, you can buy your team's jersey. You can buy it with just a number on the back. You don't have to put a name on it. It's inferred. You start putting names on your back. It's the rule of care.
So that's the rule. So a couple of rules that you for tonight: no thumbs up emojis, no names on no names on jerseys if you're a grown ass man.
It's a simple rule to follow.
That's it. So we got a next Monday night. We'll be back with another episode of the I Tap That Cigar Show. In studio here, we've got Gerard with he used to be of Jake Wyatt Cigars. He sold off his partnership. He moved locally here, and he's running a cigar store that his dad started like 30 years ago or something, 20 years ago in Sarasota. His mom's been running it forever. She lives here in town. So he moved his family out from California to here, and he's doing that. So he wants to come on, and we're going to talk about boutique cigars. That's what he'd love to chat up boutique. So it's it'll be interesting to talk with him, and being a former boutique cigar owner, having a lounge. So it'll be interesting to dive into those topics, how he decides, which boutiques to bring in, which ones to sell. So
it'll be interesting to hear that, do you being on that side, does that influence, you
Yeah.
bringing a boutique cigar company, in, are you going to just say, no, I'm just gonna, gotta, bring in the regulars. So
Yeah, I know he's real tight with the crew over at Sinistro. So I know
mhm.
he sells a lot of Sinistro stuff. I think they're doing a private collaboration. I don't think I'm allowed to say that. Just because I know what's going on over there. So
Well, at least you
that's
said
all.
it when we had our peak viewership, Kev. So great job.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if we'll get time to bring it up. He has got a wrist problem, so he doesn't wipe like normal people. He made a comment on my
All right.
wiping video. So yeah, so I don't know if we'll have time to bring up the
Oh, we will.
the
We will.
yeah.
That post just got way too many freaking responses, more than it should have. It got our conversations when we were on. Actually, I
Yeah.
think we had the conversation on the show. Then you posted it, right, or was it the other way
Yeah,
around?
yeah. No, well, I posted the question on Facebook, and then I took the question from the show, and posted it on X as and
But we had
Instagram
the
as well.
conversation on live
Yeah,
about that,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, because you're posted. Yeah, but
yeah,
yeah, it got me to thinking too. When you're like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Hold on for a second. What do I do?" And then I was like, "Well, I kind of go in betweener. It's kind of half and half, or it
yeah.
depends on the exit. If it's a perceived clean exit, then a sitting wipe is good. Or if it's not, then maybe you got to stand up and make sure that you didn't freaking spray the walls on the side. I mean, it just depends on what's going
So,
on.
so if anybody wants to know what we're talking about, go back to episode 21 of the Puff and Ponder podcast and figure out what it was great. I think it was hands down my favorite show that we've done so far. We just had a great
Or
show, and
hands front to back.
yeah, our hands front to back.
Not the other way around. Hey, I did want to give a real big shout out real quick to the Big Sky Cigar guys. I mean, awesome
Yeah.
cigars, great dudes. They are now at the Torch Lounge here in Greenville.
Oh, right
Torch
on.
Cigar Bar, yeah.
Brandon Marsh, the owner of Big Sky Cigar, getting
Wow.
married this week.
No,
So
congratulations to that. I think my announcement's bigger than that because they're in the new
yeah,
cigar lounge. So,
yeah.
his marriage.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I'm working on a custom cigar rest for them.
oh,
So
nice.
for like an event only thing.
Oh,
So
great. Yeah, they're great cigars, great dudes. And Jennifer was like, "Hey, they
see you on
got
the
Big
next
Sky
one.
down there." I was like, "No shit." She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Awesome, that's great." So,
Oh, right on.
congratulations to them. Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So all right, cats and kittens. Yeah, that's all we got for tonight. So we'll see everybody. We'll see everybody next Monday night for the I Tap That Cigar Show.
All right, man. Have a good night, everybody.
See you.
Welcome to the Puff and Ponder podcast, where conversations ignite. Yes, Kevin and her. Grab your seat, light it up, let's unwind. Kevin and her with stories in mind. From tech tips to last night's game, join the talk, you'll be glad you came. Puff and Ponder Sports take flight, where conversations ignite. Tune in now, don't hesitate. It's the show that's great.